back, guys. It's your boy Malcolm here, and I'm here with a very special announcement. So I've just signed up for my first physique competition. This is the SF Championships Men's Physique. And in order to commemorate this, I want to walk you guys through my meal prep routine. And this routine is going to be focused all around my new diet. So I've just started working with Stephen Cow, and he put together this great diet for me. So let's get started. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that clip from last year's SF Championships. Unfortunately, I wasn't there, but it should really give you a good example of what to expect. Now I want to walk you guys through what some of these ingredients look like. So let's get into it. So starting over here, we have my whey protein isolate. It's from Evogen, and this is the mocha flavor. It's got a nice kind of like coffee taste. I really like it. I've been using their protein since most of this year, and I find that I just get the best results with it. Here we have egg whites. These are, always been using egg whites. They're just a lot more convenient for me. You don't have to crack eggs, and this is a pretty cost-effective brand here. We have almond milk. Now, almond milk is kind of new to this diet. I don't really use it that much, so it's going to be something kind of new for me to experiment with. Quaker oats, an essential. I like these because they're really quick and easy. You know, you can microwave them. I like that they're plain, and then you can season them yourself. Now we have some of my spices. So I have cinnamon here, and I typically will put the cinnamon with my oats. I've been kind of experimenting with the basil here, the curry powder, and also I'm really liking this new barbecue sauce, or really like barbecue seasoning. It's been going, it goes really well on tilapia, also chicken. We have Pam. So I'm not going to be using any oils in this new diet, just non-stick spray. We have some marinades. So I really like to marinate my tilapia, also the chicken. And these marinades are really easy. They're quick to, they don't take too long to soak up as far as the meat, and they taste really good. Cream of rice, I've actually never had it before. This will be something new to this diet. If you follow Steven, you will always see him eating cream of rice, so it's kind of funny that it's in there. We have rice cakes. Love rice cakes. Haven't eaten them for a little while, so I'm kind of excited to get them back in my diet. They're super quick, convenient, you know, and they taste great, especially if you like oatmeals, things like that. Jasmine rice. Really like jasmine rice. Very easy and quick to make. I picked up this brand and I've been using it the past couple times. I really like it, so I'm just kind of sticking with it. And then we have cashews here. Now, these cashews, I believe, will be, you know, one of my fat sources. I like cashews, and these were prescribed for my diet, so just gonna be working with them. I also like to have almonds as well for my fats, almonds and pecans too. So now I'll start talking about some of these proteins. So we have tilapia right here. I get tilapia in bulk from Costco, and I find that it's really easy to get in bulk. It's also one of the cheaper fishes. I also like it because it's, you know, I can keep it frozen. I can stock up on it, but then when I need to eat it, it doesn't take a long time to thaw. And it's light. It's pretty easy to get down, so I'd say tilapia is probably, you know, a staple. Then we have eggs. These are omega-3 eggs. I will mix these with my egg whites in the morning. And been doing omega-3 eggs for a while and just mixing them in. I feel like it's a good source of omega-3s. Like this particular brand, and I've just stuck with them. Onto my ground turkey. So I like this brand, Foster Farms. Been using them. You can also get them at Costco and get them in bulk, and tastes pretty good. Also, this is a 93% lean, so it's a good cut of turkey. Gets the job done. For here we have the chicken breast. This is from Kirkland, so I'll typically try to get an organic chicken breast. I try to, with chicken, I think it's really good to get the best quality you can. So these are, I also will buy these in bulk from Costco. And yeah, chicken's just a staple, so I try to load up on this, and it's easy to freeze and unthaw. It takes maybe 5-6 hours to unthaw. Now on to asparagus. Asparagus is something, I'm on and off with asparagus, but I know that it will be good in this current diet. For when you're trying to achieve physique type results, asparagus is really good for kind of drying you out, I've read. And so it's a big part of this current diet. And we have broccoli as well. These are the ingredients, guys. So let's get started cooking now, because I'm starving. So I like to use a non-stick pan for my eggs. It's just a lot easier. I don't have to use a lot of oils, and the eggs come right off. Now, I also like to use salt and pepper. For salt, I like to use a kosher salt. It's not processed. And then just a basic black pepper. For our eggs, I like to use omega-3 eggs. Have my egg whites here, my pan, my spatula, my mixing bowl, and this is a cup that I use to measure my egg whites with. So we're going to be making 3 whole eggs, 3 egg whites. Okay, so now we're jumping on to our ground turkey. I've got my Pam spray, a couple of different spices. I'm gonna be kind of playing around with these. I've got my basil, curry powder, my barbecue, and salt and pepper as well. And I've got my non-stick pan as well. Okay guys, so now we are on to our last 2 protein sources. We have tilapia and we have chicken. And I like to do both of these at the same time. Typically, I like to bake them. Today, I'm gonna be grilling the chicken and we'll be baking the tilapia. So I like to cut these. I found that it cooks better. You know, you get through it, it's not as deep. The meat isn't as dense. So I like to cut them up into slices. Next up, well, I like to then season them, and then we're good to go. So you got to keep your grill clean. That's what we were just doing. Now we're going to go ahead and throw them on. Whew, that's hot. Love grilling, especially when you have a lot of meats like this. And a beautiful evening like today. So now we're going to go back and we're going to finish the fish, start some of the vegetables, and then do the rice and cream of rice. Whenever I cook, I like to make sure that my surroundings are clean. So it's one of the most important things when you're cooking. So now we're going to go ahead and throw it in the oven. We go for about, typically maybe 10 minutes, and then I'll flip it and do another 10 minutes. Oh man, I can't wait to dive in. Okay guys, we are back and we have our vegetables, our broccoli, asparagus, and we're also going to cook the jasmine rice. Now I have my trusty steamer. I've had this steamer for a few years. I know it looks beat up, but it is very reliable, and as far as steaming and cooking vegetables, it's so easy. Literally all I have to do is wash off my veggies, throw them in there, they come out great. I prefer steaming. Steaming, the research has shown, it really keeps a lot of the nutrients in the food, and just prefer the taste as well. So I'm going to be throwing these in the steamer, and then the rice we're just going to go ahead and cook in one of these pots. So now our rice is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and turn it to simmer and cover it. Okay guys, so we've got the rice cooking. Now I'm going to throw the vegetables in. So I'm going to be putting the vegetables in my steamer here, and it's simple enough. All I need to do is just throw my vegetables in. Got the vegetables in here. Going to turn her on. Oh, whoops, I'm hitting the wrong button. So I'm going to set it for 14 minutes. And I just I'll check it, stir it around. Okay guys, now it is eating time. I don't know if you noticed, but we have been cooking like all day. So I feel like the tilapia is almost done. I'm going to go ahead, strap up, and see what we're working with. Oh yeah, it's looking good. And they said eating healthy didn't look good, but this smells great. I'm ready to dive in. So I'm actually going to have a meal right now, because I've been cooking for a while. This is my trusty scale. I'm going to grab just something big to throw my meal in, and what this meal calls for is 5 ounces. I believe 5 ounces of tilapia and 4 ounces of broccoli. So a quick tip that I've recently picked up is you can reset your scale. So when I started out, I was trying to manually calculate, and that was dumb. So starting at 0, I'm gonna put my 4 ounces of vegetables in, broccoli. See where we're at now. 2.5, 4, 4.6, that's cool. Next up, let's do the vegetables. Or not the vegetables, I'm sorry, the tilapia. We got 6 ounces of tilapia. Almost. Cool. And we have a meal here, so I'm going to dive into this right now. And we will wrap up in a little bit. I can taste that sesame ginger. Food is on point. Okay guys, we are about to be wrapping up. We're on to our oats. So we have our cream of rice right now that we're going to be putting on the pot. So I'll walk you through what I have. I've got my trusty scale to measure everything. Got a cup in here, so I'm going to weigh my cream of rice on the scale, and then I'm going to cook it in this pot. Love this scale, it's amazing. It's actually broke once before, so I just replaced it. Just a simple cup right here, gets the job done. I'm going to be using it to measure and hold the cream of rice in. But the cream of rice went with just a traditional brand that I found. Didn't see a lot of options, but this one looks great. And then we have just a nice small pot that we can cook it in. Woo. Boom. Cream of rice is looking good. It's my first time having this, but I mean, you can see it's super creamy, almost like an applesauce. So this meal goes with this is gonna be my pre-workout meal. So I'm gonna be working out after I eat this later tonight. And I'm gonna have 1 tablespoon of this almond butter and a scoop and a half of this Isoject whey. Oh, I'm gonna let this cool off a bit before I mix the protein in and the almond butter. So I'm gonna let it sit out here. So we can jump now to the last thing, which are the oats. Okay guys, so now this is the oatmeal. So this oatmeal goes with my breakfast. So when I made the eggs, I will pair those eggs with this oatmeal. And I'm gonna make about half of a cup of oats. I typically actually microwave it, but I'm gonna take the time today to cook it on the stove. And it does taste a lot better when you actually do that. So we've got the oats here, go with Quaker plain oats, and we've got the just almond milk, Lucerne almond milk. I haven't really used almond milk like that before, but it is a healthier source, and it's what's recommended on my current, physique prep diet. So let's jump in it. The oats, I'm gonna measure the milk. First I'm gonna do the oats. So we want half a cup of oats. Okay guys, so the Oatmeal is looking good. I went ahead and threw a little bit of cinnamon in it, and it came out really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack her away, and then we're gonna jump back to our cream of rice. Now we've got the cream of rice, pulled it out of the fridge. I actually left it in there a little longer than I'd hoped, so it's cooled down. It's cooled down nicely. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna do my mixing in this pot. So I'm gonna mix my whey protein along with my almond butter and create a nice pre-workout snack. All right, guys, we are finally here. We've made it. We've got all the meals laid out. So I want to walk you guys through what we have, just to kind of go over everything. So starting here, we've got the ground turkey. We've got the eggs that we made for the morning. We've got the tilapia, and we've got the vegetables as well. We've got the grilled chicken. We've got the jasmine rice, the oats, and finally, the cream of rice. All looks absolutely delicious.